Well, hello everyone. Thank you for coming today. I'm very happy to be here. My name is Marie Georgopulos, and my company's name is Heart Transformations. And we're going to be talking about chakra wisdom and healing. This was a course that I developed actually, took some people on a journey through their awakening of their chakras, and it was a wonderful journey. So I decided to talk a little bit more about it and to share a little bit of that information with you guys here today. So I like to always, I'm going to take this off of here. So I like to move around. I like to always tell people a little bit about my journey as I went through my own chakra awakening, and that happened many years ago. But first, I became a healer because I was born into a family, like many of you probably have been, that was very dysfunctional. And we had alcoholics, we had sexual abuse that went on in our family, we also had a lot of physical and emotional abuse that went on. My mother, she died very young of cancer, and my sister recently died as well from physical disease. She was very young too. And this was sort of a pattern in my family. And so I was chronically ill with sinusitis and asthma for most of my journey since a child, and they were telling me that I would never heal that, and that I couldn't ever heal that because I was just born with it. And it had come to a point in my journey where I was very fatigued. All the medication that they were feeding me was just eating up my adrenals, and I had to take time off of work to literally just stay in bed and recuperate, and I felt like I was dying. You know, I had no energy. My daughter was about 3 years old at the time, and I remember thinking to myself that I'm not going to die young like my mom. I'm just not going to do that. It's not going to be my path. And I knew deep inside of me that there had to be another way to heal. And this started me on my journey of alternative healing, where first I went to naturopathy and then discovered homeopathy, and from there I went into the study of energy work with Reiki and on up into Reiki master teacher level. I taught that for a while, and during the course of that journey, it was like a kid in a candy box, you know. Ooh, give me more. What else can I learn? What else is out there? You know, numerology, palmistry, all kinds of astrology, just soul searching and really understanding who I was, why am I here? And of course, during the practice of Reiki, which is an energy art, you open up. You begin to work with your chakra system. You begin to awaken the Kundalini, which is, of course, a part of the journey of the chakras and awakening to those. And you open up. You begin to open up to your heart. You begin to open up to your intuitive abilities. And so I was on a path of really clearing out a lot of karma, a lot of relationship issues, and trying to figure out what is the core underlying reason for all of these disturbances. Why do I have this chronic disease? What's the real purpose of it? And through all of that, I discovered several things, and one of them was that I really had to learn how to be human. I had to learn how to be in this body, in a strong way, self-sufficient, and ready to go on my path. And so all of that inner work and all that journey into alternative healing through the study of many modalities and metaphysical studies and so on and so forth led me to where I am today. So I quit my fashion design job, which I had for 20 years, and I told my husband I was going to be a healer. And he was like, what? What do you mean? I was like, I have to follow my heart. This is my path and this is my purpose. Through the discovery of all that, I began to open up, of course, as an intuitive channel and also as a divine messenger and a spiritual teacher. This is a part of my soul's purpose, is to teach. And so today, I walk the path knowing that anything is possible. You can heal anything. Okay? They weren't going to tell me that I wasn't going to heal asthma. I am healed. And I did it through the power of knowing and also through the power of belief, which we won't be talking about today. So today specifically, I wanted to take you on a little bit of a journey through the chakra system. I'm not going to go deep into all of the things that the chakras are about because this is a full course that I teach that takes many, many hours to go through. And it is a journey of self-discovery. It is a journey of awakening. God gave us, the creator of all life, gave us the vehicles by which we could heal ourselves. The vehicles by which we could attune to humanity and divinity and partner with it in one body. And so the chakras relate to not only physical portions of our body, like our base chakra relates to all of the things in our genitalia, and of course our hips and our feet and so on and so forth, but also there are spiritual components of each of the chakras, emotional and mental components of each of the chakras too that it relates to. Once you learn each of these and you begin to study and work with them, you become open to your soul's vision. So briefly, I'm going to kind of walk you through each one of the chakras and tell you a little bit about each one of them. Then after that, as my timer goes off, I'm going to share with you a little bit about the course that I have a special opportunity for you guys to come into. But before even that, we're going to open up, and I can probably get to about 3 or 4 people where I'll just do a little energy scan, intuitively see what chakras are out of balance for you, or really I want to know what is the one chakra you need to work with right now that is going to be in your highest good to work with. We can't possibly know everything in one sense, but what is the most important thing? Because you can only do the next step anyway. As a consummate seeker, I know you can get into overload if you try too much at one time. So first, the base chakra. Let's talk about the base chakra. Does anybody not know what a chakra is in here? Raise your hand. Great, so everybody knows what it is. So many people see the chakras. I personally don't see them. I feel. I'm clear knowing. I have the gift of clear knowing, and I have the gift of clear sentience, and of course of clear audience. So I can hear from my angels and my guides. But some people really do see the chakras. They see them as tornado-type funnels or trumpets. Some people will see even trumpets inside of that or tornadoes inside of that feed back into the physical body. So they connect with your auric field. So each one of your chakras, and there are 7 main ones that most people talk about, but really we have 12 main chakras. We're only talking about 7 today. And they each relate to a layer of our auric field. With the base chakra, the layer that connects closest to the body. Second, goes deeper and deeper and outward. Okay? So each layer feeds back into the chakra system. So when you do chakra healing work, you actually are clearing your auric field too. Everything starts in your auric field. All discordant energy, all disease starts in your auric field and then trickles back into the chakra system. If it remains clogged, then it trickles back into the physical system. And that's where you get disease and disharmony. So the base chakra, of course, is all about being rooted in the physical. It connects us to the physical plane. It connects further down into actually the earth energy or the earth star, which is below your feet. Its domain is all about the legs and the feet and the physical body, and of course the genitalia and the hips. So any problems that you're having here in your physical body mean that you have an imbalance in your base chakra. Each chakra has its own color, tone, and frequency that balances it. This particular one is red. So you can always use the color red to bring that energy into that chakra and ground yourself into your body. This chakra also is all about the will. It's about I survive. The spiritual teaching of this particular chakra is about I am a creator being. I'm in form, in physicality, and I have within me the ability to survive, to be self-sufficient, all within inside of me. So this chakra also deals with our ability to bond within a family, any discordant or dysfunctional energy in your family. If you had that in your lifetime, sometimes you can have an imbalance in your base chakra because you feel maybe a lack of self-sufficiency, a lack of bonding in the world. Maybe you feel like you can't survive, or financial issues. A lot of times if we have financial issues and we're struggling to meet our needs. So this is all about needs, fulfilling the needs, making sure that we have water, food, shelter, all those things. It's also the domain of firm foundations to grow from. So that's just one or two of them. The spiritual component of each of the chakras awakens the Kundalini. So when we learn that we are self-sufficient, that we have the ability to survive, that we have the ability to bond within our own self, and then within community and within tribes or families, and we're able to live and function with them in autonomy, then that spiritual component arises within us. This awakens the Kundalini, and the spiritual energy begins to shift. We became more career-oriented, more focused in that, in an understanding of I will. I will. So the second chakra, this yummy chakra, the hara, it's also called the sacral chakra. It's located between the belly button and the pubic bone. Its color is orange. And this is all about our sensing, our emotions. It's the realm of feeling. It is the ability to sense. So that's a God-given thing. We have 6 senses, but this is also about all of our 5 senses in the domain of pleasure. Understanding the connection between the body and the tactile experience of being human. The pleasure of being alive. This is our center of vitality. And so this is all about understanding that communion with our physicality, grounded in the earth, understanding our boundaries, of course, because we can overindulge in pleasures. And when we overindulge, we actually, our chakra is wide open. And that's a dysfunction too. So we hone the ability to be in our bodies, feeling our way, understanding that domain of pleasure in a healthy way, in a balanced way. Understanding also our sexual nature, because this is tied also to our sexual nature and our ability to be intimate, romantic. All these qualities are in this domain and much, much more. So the spiritual component of this is I feel. I recognize myself as a spiritual being that is here to be fulfilled, to feel and to pleasure, and to do it in ways that are creative, which is also our creative zone as well. So next we have the solar plexus. And the solar plexus, which is the 3rd chakra, is yellow. It resonates with this color, so you can always draw this color in. You can also, when you need to empower, you can work with this chakra, because this chakra is about power. And it's about sovereignty, personal sovereignty. I like the word dominion, having dominion in the world, having sovereignty, because it's a much more regal presentation of our power as souls, as divine beings on earth. And we are meant to be in the throne of life, ecstasy, bliss, all those wonderful things, but in an empowered way, in a way that speaks of, I am confident, I am strong within my body, I'm strong and able to survive and flow in the world and be pleased by the world in healthy ways. I make conscious decisions. So when we're stuck and indecisive, this starts to shut down. Our power starts to shut down. It's also our domain of self-image, of what we project to the world. And so the spiritual component of this particular chakra is I am loving and appreciative and completely grounded in my power. Completely empowered to make the decisions that are based upon my spiritual truths and values, my core values, making sure my needs are met, and so on and so forth. Then once we are able to make these more conscious decisions from a more empowered space, and there's much more to all of this. Unfortunately, we don't have time to go into everything. But once we are able to do that, then we go into the domain of the heart. Because we're decisive now. We're confident about ourselves. We have a good self-image. We're standing strong and firm. We have our boundaries in place. We know how to operate in the world in an autonomous way. Now we can enter into the domain of the heart. And the heart, to me, is the gateway between the lower self and the higher self. Between the lower chakras that pertain to the earth plane and the upper chakras which connect us to our divinity. They all connect us to our divinity in some way, but these are the ones, the upper chakras, that will open you more to your psychic abilities. Okay? So the heart is the center of our light system as souls. And the heart is an intelligent place. It actually is connected to the light, but also connected to the body systems and the auric field, and it functions as its own electromagnetic field outside the electromagnetic field of your whole physical body. And it actually thinks. Your heart thinks. It has neurons in it, and it can connect to your brain and send signals to your brain when opened up and focused upon that your brain cannot ignore. And so the heart is the domain of compassion, of joy, of love, of appreciation, of understanding oneself, of connecting to your emotional intelligence, understanding empathy, and in a new way, not in a way that buys into a person's story or feels that person's emotions, but from an understanding of their emotions as grand teachers for them, and allowing of them to move through their emotions while you hold steadfast to yours, loving and appreciating and uplifting, and allowing them their journey. Compassion in the same way, not in a way that is by joining them in their suffering, but in a way that understands that their suffering is their path, and it is a product of their beliefs and their thoughts. And therefore we can attune to our own understanding of love and give to them that love, but not in a way that keeps them from making their own decisions and empowering, but from a way of upholding the highest good for that individual. So in the domain of the heart, when the heart is open, we understand the heart's wisdom. We're able to discern more from our spiritual guidance. Focusing your breath into your heart can actually help you to awaken the heart chakra. So practice this at home and just ask your heart, what is my desire? How do I resolve X, Y, and Z? And then just wait in silence. Once the heart is open, then we go into the domain of the throat. And the throat chakra, of course, resonates with blue. The heart chakra resonates with green. This chakra is all about speaking, right? Communication, speaking your truth, understanding how to speak, how to elevate even the way that you speak to people from the domain of the heart. When it's closed down, we're not speaking from heart. We speak from our brain, from our ego. So speaking your truth isn't being blunt to someone. It's speaking from that core understanding of your spiritual wisdom, of your spiritual truths, and helping others to understand theirs. As teachers, we always want to teach and uplift, but we also have our own inner teacher and our own inner healer and these higher aspects of ourselves that want us to really open up and speak with authenticity, right? In a way that will not only guide you, but will also guide others towards their inner speaker and their inner truths. So this is also the domain of flexibility too, and listening. Flexibility, like some people get stiff necks. You have to check into, am I being inflexible in something, rigid in something right now? Is there something that I want to speak that I'm only speaking in one way, or I'm not hearing truly through the divine, through my heart? So wisdom comes in very fast sometimes. My guides are saying it's not only that, it's about really understanding our power to speak into the higher realms as well. So we become more of a channel of our heart and our wisdom as it opens up to its full capacity. So next then we go into the domain of the third eye, which is right in between the brow. And the brow chakra, the third eye, of course, is connected to our seat of our awareness, which is the frontal lobe of your brain. It connects then into your pineal gland, which activates over time. And this is all about vision. It's all about inner seeing, right? Where the throat is about inner hearing. This is about inner seeing. And this is also your area of clairvoyance, which comes over time. It's all about also activating a vision in your journey. How many of you have a vision that you put forth into the world? Once you start putting forth your vision into the world and you use the power of your imagination and you become your thinker in the way that we were meant to be, like children. They always, imagined they would be firemen, they'd be nurses, they'd be doctors. Well, they were doing what was natural to them, imagining their future. As we think it, so we become. And that is how it works in this world. So envisioning, and having a vision and following that vision and using your imagination and empowering behind it, all from the desires of your heart, right, opens you up to your clairvoyance. You'll begin to see more visions, connect more into your higher consciousness, because your seat of awareness connects you to that. Once that activates and you're using it and you're grounding your vision, taking time to really put some action towards it and behind it, you'll find that your crown will begin to open. And the crown, of course, is your divine crown, the crown to the superconscious mind. You have your conscious, your subconscious, and your superconscious mind. This is the realm of the higher consciousness, your higher self, your higher wisdom, your higher will, all coming through your crown. This is where we really ground our divine self through us. Once everything is operating, right, and you're moving the energy up and forward in your meditations, and meditation is key to all of this. You have to get your physical mind out of the way so that you can find that still voice within you. It starts off with just 10, maybe 15 minutes a day of just breathing in and out of your heart space, listening to sound if you want to. And I find it's very important to intend to connect with your soul. Intend to connect with your higher consciousness. I personally use the words to blend with my higher consciousness. Blending my higher consciousness with my lower consciousness so that all works together in harmony. And this is done automatically once you ask. And all you do is sit upright so you don't fall asleep. Sit upright, breathe in and out, what you'll begin to find during this practice is some signals. First, they'll come in yawns sometimes, like you're about to fall asleep. You're entering above the alpha state. You might get pricklies that happen on your crown, on your face. A lot of people get them in their nose area because the nose knows what's next. You also will get hand movements sometimes. That's the way mine started, the connection, the blending. My hand just started to want to move, and it was a figure 8 at first, the infinity sign. Some people get swaying back and forth. Some people get hiccups, and the hiccups are a clearing energy. Okay, these are all things that occur as the Kundalini awakens, and as your own integration occurs of your soul, this blending process that I speak of. And it happens through you allowing it. Okay, you have to be able to just detach from the outcome of your meditations. You know, people are all worried, am I getting here? Am I getting here? Take it, see it as a time for you to nurture yourself, to let your mind just quiet and to love yourself. This is my sacred time to love me. Only me. It's me and my soul. And when you allow this, you'll see that things will start to change. Your body will be more vital. You'll feel more in harmony. You'll make quicker decisions. You'll start to really act more on your desires. So the heart awakening is the biggest piece, though. Once you get past that, everything else seems to roll and flow. So for those of you who haven't awakened yet past the base chakra, then it's just time to put some firm foundations in place. Really, maybe you're having some money flow issues, and so you need to work past the beliefs, because what we think and what we feel, those things that are patterns in our behavior and our thoughts, clog our auric field and clog our chakra system when they are negative. Your soul knows no limits, never judges, knows that we can do no wrong, so there really are no mistakes. They're just hiccups in time and space to put us back on our path, to help us refine our intents and our wants and our desires more. And so when we look at the world in a very narrow view, right, where we limit ourselves, that actually does shut down our third eye. So the object is to stay open-minded, really trusting your source. And you'll get imaging as you meditate too. You'll get symbols or lights, or you might even see a movie screen, like some people open up that fast. So each person is different, but just know that if you're not feeling that or not experiencing that, it just means it's not yet ready. You have to be able to be in your power to use the psychic abilities in an ethical way that'll keep you grounded in the earth plane. So that's just the very basic teachings. There's so much more depth to it. And like I said, I've developed a course, and I'm going to hand this out. I hope I have enough for you guys. Take this. First is a card, and this is my free freebie that I'm giving away today. It's called Healing and Awakening Your Heart. It's an MP3 series, so you can just sign up for it. Go on my homepage, enter in your name, and it's free to you. It's a wonderful series on how to work past some of the issues that clog up the electromagnetic field of your heart, those belief systems. There's an Akashic record journey in there, meditation, that'll take you into your soul's records to help you to work through some of those issues with your soul. Okay? And then this course, take that. This course is a 7-week online study course, and I put it in 7 weeks. You can take longer, and I would recommend that you do it at your own pace. in this course, you're going to move through each one of these chakras, and you're going to work with the energy of the chakra, know the teachings, the tenets for living, the areas of self-mastery that you're here to embrace. Through perception, through knowing, you are able to then embrace a new potential. And in this way, you activate the wisdom within you. So as you embark upon this journey, it's a journey of self-discovery, of self-realization, of knowing why you're here, and even your soul purpose, especially as you get into these upper chakras. And so this course is designed to help you to work with the full spectrum of your divine consciousness. So there's sessions in there that you'll go into every day that work with the Mother, Father, God aspect of who we are, Mother Mary, Jesus, showing up as one of those aspects of that, and the divine creation energy. It's called Trinity Energy Progression. It's one of the modalities that I use. And this is going to help you to access the full spectrum of divine consciousness, to awaken each one of your chakras. You'll be placing special intentions of your own, but the basic intention is going to be to awaken to the level that you can hold, you can retain it with complete ease, grace, and harmony. So this course is designed for people who are really on a soul path, for people who are ready to take action, for people who are ready to move out of their old stuff and their old paradigms, and really awaken to the truth within them. And for everybody here today who came to this thing, I'm adding an extra bonus. There's 2 bonuses that you'll get for today. One is $200 off, so it's $397 if you buy today. Or you can do 3 payments of $149, 3 monthly payments of $149. I would love to also give you a full hour session instead of the half hour that I'm offering at my booth. So you get a private session with me anytime during the course that you're taking it, so that we can really go into your Akashic records, maybe help you move a little bit more energy, maybe work deeper into your soul's obstacles, what's going on, why did you come here in this lifetime, what are the things that you're here to overcome, and how. So that's what I'm going to offer you guys today for coming today, an extra half an hour of private time. That's a $300 value. My sessions are $300 an hour normally. So if you're wanting to sign up for this, I have a credit card receipt form. You can fill it out, take it with you anytime today that you feel guided. You can drop it by my booth, or you can text me the information or email me the information if you don't want to leave it at my booth, okay? So let's open up. Is anybody eager to know what's going on in their chakras? Woo! So I'll go here since I saw you first. So will you tell me your full birth name and your birth date? You can say it silently if you want to. Yeah.
It was Susan Moran, and Love 372.
Do you have a middle name?
It was Marie.
Okay. So I feel a crown energy for you is where you're at right now. They're saying they want to connect into your crown, and they're doing this overnight, your guides. You have an oversoul family that's working with you in a higher frequency, and you need to meditate. You need to ground that information from them. Okay, they are star beings, and they're here to work with you in a very high degree of integrity. For this lifetime, you are a healer, and you're here for that purpose. Okay, ground your body though every day. Salt baths are very good for this. Okay, meditate in a higher frequency. Call in the violet flame. I feel like that will help you. I'll tell you a little bit about that as we go up. Okay. But the crown is a little dysfunction because you're not meditating often enough. Okay. And your thymus is a little clogged. Okay, so you can tap on it every day. You can jump in to get it activated, okay, and clean up your liver. This will help to purify the energy. Okay, let me go to this side of the room. Please.
My full name is, my second form is Janet Lee Anderson.
feel energy here, which is stuck. That is your sacral energy. And there seems to be some discordance around relationships and harmony there with men. And an opportunity for soul growth in the pleasure arena and in giving that way in your partnerships too. And offering your own meditation into the Hara energy with orange light. Really working with that frequency. Okay? It is a soul pattern of yours to be blocked in this energy. And therefore it needs healing for your soul. This is going to be deep work, I feel, okay, and private work. So you can do the home study thing if you want, but I feel like you need a healer, and you need somebody who can really help you integrate the emotional baggage thing, that's going on from lifetimes. Okay? Less is more, because I don't want to get too intimate with you.
That's
okay?
fine.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, wait, I'm being guided to go here, so we're going to go here. Thank you. I'll do 2 more after this. You need to work on your third eye, and you need to be able to balance your own vision in the world, not your mom's vision or your dad's vision or anybody else's vision, but your own vision, okay? It's like, never your own vision. Your journey is you. You need to speak your truth too, and I feel like these two are connected, throat and third eye, okay? Seeing you through in this journey, seeing you bound by no one. This is a freedom time on earth. Freedom to procure the lesson of your soul's uniqueness, right? Which is through your vision and your purpose. Do you know your purpose? You're a teacher, okay? You can do yoga, body work teaching, quantum touch, things of this nature. Anything that works with physicality. That's why yoga came up first. Ground yourself first, though, in that, okay? Okay, I'm going to go here.
Robin Lee Coburn, July 28th, 1971.
You need to work on base chakra issues. It's about family and a distrust when you were born in your father and a relationship with your mom, too. And it has a lot of, I'll use the word baggage around it, emotional stuff that's tied to it. And so less is more here, too, as well. And guide yourself back to the trust that you're human, and it's okay to be on this earth and to manifest well and to have integrity with your own relationships, okay? I love you, and I appreciate you for being bold here. Because you know that you have...
Yeah, you hit it well.
I'm going to give you a hug.
Thank you.
Okay, 2 more. The lady in the black back there. Yes. Thank you. So for you, do you have sinus infection energy or anything going on with the sinuses? Because you feel like you're draining there.
Allergies.
Yes, okay. So that's about self-pity, okay? And that's a program that came in from a journey. And your mom, I think, maybe mirrored some of this to you in lifetimes. And so you're here to really stand true to you and understand how to sniff things out, right? How to really understand what's going on in the world. This is connected to your third eye as well, and it's connected to your throat as well, too. So really working with these two here, speaking up, manifesting what you desire, really speaking to people well. Understand that sometimes gossip, when we gossip back and forth, that really is not in integrity with the truth that's within us. And therefore shutting down the immune system, right? It shuts down our immune system sometimes, which connects into all your other chakras too. So the very first thing is that you need to let go of the sinus stuff, which is not necessarily all self-pity. It also has to do with, oh my gosh, I have so much work to do. And I'm so afraid, and it has to do a lot with how we manifest through that. And so when you get on the diatribe of what's happening in your journey and not what's good in it, then we have this sort of inner crying that happens. And that's just a reflex to clear it out. Okay? So open up your nose, sniff things out well in life, and understand what your role is, right? As a, do you like music? Okay, so I feel a musician all around you. Okay, that means studying music or writer in it. These are lifetimes that came forward for you. And really trust that you're going to balance these as you work too, up in order, I feel. But right now, what's stuck is right here, and that's what they want to go to first. Third eye and throat. Okay, let me check my time here, make sure I'm okay. All right, I'm going to go here, and then I'll come back to you, okay? Okay, so I have your guides coming forward and saying that there's energy back here, which is about stabilization of money for some reason, and it's a pattern that connects to your dad. It's almost like a cord of attachment. And he doesn't, it's like a guide too, like he was here to guide you, but he wasn't really necessarily a good guide for you in this lifetime. So we have to clear all that away. And it does connect down into your kundalini, into what I call your God spark cord that leads back into the highest potential of you, okay? And so nothing that's unintegritous here. You just need to learn to grow up your inner child, so to speak, and play in more of an adult arena in your thoughts. And so when your guides work with you in the future, then you'll open up to your heart more. But right now, stabilize these lower 3 chakras. We can disconnect that cord of attachment to you right now if you wish. Okay? Are you okay with that? Okay. Just a moment here. Okay, I'm going to zip you up. Okay. All right.
I'm David Lee Robinson.
You're my token man.
December 10, 1971.
Oh, that's my birthday. Not 71. I'm a bit older than you. Okay, they are pulling me into a different chakra, which is the 4th eye, which is located back here, okay? You use the tools of transformation and you're guiding yourself into harmony and you're relating well, but this has to open up. You can tap on it and work with it that way. Do you have a sleep disturbance at all, like snoring or anything?
Snoring.
Yes, okay, so that's connected to you and it's helping you wake up, I feel, sometimes, and that disturbs the sleep, okay? This whole area, our third eye is related to our sleep patterns as well. So it can give you sleep apnea, too, as well. So, let's see what they want to say. Once you open the 4th eye, you might not snore, okay? And so that means working, do you work with healer guides now?
No.
Okay, so work with your higher self in meditation and ask for that to be opened. You can tap on it, you can work with me in a session today, we can work with some crystals that I have if you want.
Okay.
But look into that. That's a portal to the glands in the brain that are going to help you with that vision energy.
My meditation is very body rather than.
Yes, and that's because you don't have that open. And when that opens, then this hemisphere changes here.
Okay.
Okay, it's a connectivity thing
Got it.
for further advancement.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, so let me see how much time I have. They did go up. I still have about 10 minutes, I see. Do I have 10 minutes still?
Maybe just a minute or so.
Okay, one more person. I'm going to let Spirit guide me, okay? Okay, I was pulled here, so I'm going to go there.
Jessica Spangler, June 26th.
Heart center. There's work in the heart center at this time, and it's about compassion and joy. And there's a piece in it around the inner victim. Okay, we all have this inner victim archetype. It's part of our mass consciousness, and this inner victim plays in this dimension. And so there's a piece for you on manipulation, and it has to do with really creating in a way that is not victimized, right? Not victimized. Everything in this world is created through us, through us. So whatever's happening to us is through our own minds. So compassion for yourself, first and foremost, healing your inner wounds, understanding why you're hurt in the heart, and then going to your inner child too. Those two archetypes are the archetypes that are confused and want to be vulnerable in some way, yet strong, okay? So vulnerability is one of those human things, but really when we're in our open, compassionate heart, we don't feel that way. We don't feel confused. So the guys are saying that the manipulation part comes with part of the inner victim. Okay, and this has to do a lot of lifetimes too, where we played the role of someone who was that. Not to say that you're manipulative, you're working through that, okay? And it's a little like innuendo thing that goes on sometimes. And so it's karma time, you know, where we're erasing karma, where we're erasing all those things as souls. And so you're here to work with that inner victim and resolve that so that you can be grounded in a firm understanding of who you are as a soul, which is a teacher. Okay? Okay, so thank you all for coming today. I really appreciate it, and thank you for your presence and for all the wonderful people who came.